Burglary suspect still hospitalized, another man in Metro after that deputy-involved shooting in Grand Bay. And Fox 10 News has learned more charges could be coming.
Dacian Smith has been working to get the details on this story. But first, Dacian, I understand you spoke with the guy who says all of this happened in front of his house.
I did, and he didn't want to be identified because he actually knows two of the people involved in yesterday's incident. But he says when he got home, he was surprised to learn that someone had been shot in his yard. The Mobile County Sheriff's Office is investigating after deputies opened fire during an intense scene on Tom Gun Road in Grand Bay. Deputies say they were trying to pull over 3 men who took off after they allegedly burglarized a home in Grand Bay. One man who didn't want to be identified says the chase ended in his front yard.
My son called me, told me he heard shots fired, so we ran home and come up, and by the time I got here it was, I don't know, 10 cops, 15 cops here.
The bigger surprise came later when a detective told him exactly what happened.
I mean, apparently they pulled up in my driveway, and I guess he tried to run a cop over or something. He tried to make my circle, and that's where it all went down, right there in my yard.
Still, the investigation continued in his driveway for several hours while detectives worked their way around the scene.
They had already, I guess, shot the guy and had him on the ground and handcuffed.
That guy ended up being 54-year-old Charles Dixon, who was shot when 2 deputies opened fire after investigators say Dixon tried to use the car as a weapon, almost running over a deputy and hitting one of their cars in the process. Dixon was shot at least once and was rushed to University Hospital, where deputies say he is in stable condition after having surgery earlier today. 2 more men were in the car with Dixon, but got out of the car and surrendered before he was shot. One of them was 45-year-old Carl Peters Jr., who was booked into Metro Jail and charged with burglary, but the sheriff's office says more charges could be coming. Again, Charles Dixon is still in the hospital after having surgery today, so he has not been arrested yet. But we're hoping to learn more about the charges he could face tomorrow. As for the third person involved in yesterday's incident, the sheriff's office says he didn't actually go into the home during the alleged burglary, so he has not been arrested or charged with anything. Live in Grand Bay, Dacian Smith, Fox 10 News.